Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Six of Pentacles, success, right? I feel like you're somebody who is working as part of a team. I feel like you're somebody that, at least right now, you would work very well in a team, okay? I feel like you have your eyes set on the prize. This is the goal of success, right? This is the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like you might be moving into some kind of a leadership energy. I feel like you have a lot of patience right now. You have an ability to act very slowly, very wisely, very deliberately, because you're after this goal. You're trying to keep something in this harmony and this alignment. You're not trying to rush forward. If this is a work thing, if this has to do with a team of people or a group of people, you're sort of approaching everybody slowly and cautiously, so as to not disrupt the flow, not disrupt the harmony of your life right now, okay? So I feel like your patience is really being highlighted, and this sort of slow, deliberate, movement is where it really is at for you. That's how you're going to get to your goal. That's how you're going to succeed right now. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. And let's see what is going on. There's another very cautious, deliberate, kind of almost like a habitual kind of card. It's all about the routine right now. It's all about trying to maintain the system that you have in place. Your power is your ability to go slowly and deliberately. Okay? Very cautiously, even conservatively, perhaps with resources. There's the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Sun card, yes, and a Two of Pentacles. This is how you create change, by being very concentrated and very intentional, very deliberate in your steps, with full awareness. If something is a little bit shadowy or a little bit shady, do not act. Only act when you have this full awareness of what you're doing and what the effects and what the consequences of it will be. That Sun card allowing you to see into the future. Before you take a step, ask yourself, what's the chain reaction that this step is going to cause? What are the ultimate consequences of this little step I'm taking? Very deliberate, very intentional in your movements, maybe even in like your spending. Every dollar, you're kind of knowing exactly where it's going. Like, well, before you put it down, do I really need this? Is this necessary? What are going to be the consequences of me spending this dollar, right? Path of the Serpent, oh, okay. Princess of Wands, something is tempting you to leap too soon. There's the Fool. Okay. We have a Four of Wands and we have a Three of Swords. Yes, okay. So, slow, deliberate, wise movements right now. There's something coming along that's going to tempt you to leap too soon. There's some kind of a something is kind of sparking your urge to act. Okay? I think Spirit's trying to tell you to slow down. Okay? Patience is the name of the game here. Don't let yourself get distracted by some other opportunity or something that's kind of sparking this Princess of Wands into a reckless or careless action. The Fool, as that card that doesn't care about consequences, the Fool has no consideration for consequences. The Fool lives in the moment. It lives for novelty. Well, so does the Princess of Wands. So this to me feels like something's coming into your life that's going to take you out of this really wonderful flow of creation. Fire, earth, fire, earth, fire, earth. Even the Four of Wands, fire and earth. That spiritual electrical circuit of creation is going to be disrupted, is going to get sort of misdirected or rerouted. Something's going to go haywire if you allow that Fool energy to come in. It may be a small provocation. It might be, it might be that sort of temptation. Okay. The greater success in your life right now, okay, is going to be gained through time, not through force, not through novelty, not through leaping before you look. Okay. Patience is what's going to lead to the creation of your success. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, right there on top. And even though I can do anything, I'm not going to look at that card until the very end. Okay, it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comment section down beneath the video. Okay, now let's look around the room here. Two majors, the Sun and the Fool. Very literal cards today. The Sun, full illumination. The sun is high in the sky, showing a bright light on everything you're doing. You can see the before, during, the after. You can see the past, present, the future. You can see the bigger picture. Okay? You can see the consequences. You can see the cause and the effect. You set the intention, causes change. You take one step, it causes something to happen. Doing so prudently, wisely. Okay? The 6 plus the 2 gives us the 8 of Pentacles, the card of prudence and patience and paying attention to details. Okay, the 6 plus the 4, of course, gives you wealth. You're building a larger wealth in your life and you're doing it slowly and steadily. Don't leap too soon. The Sun giving you the clarity and the enlightenment to understand the consequences of your actions, to understand that right now your greater success is arriving through time, not through novelty, force, leaping before you look. You are a gardener here. Okay, you're slowly and steadily cultivating true wealth, lasting wealth, and prosperity in your life. Okay, these impulses here are stirring beneath the surface, and you're being tempted into some reckless actions right now. Okay, I think that you understand what it means to move too fast in something. Don't make that mistake again. Okay, so you have your two majors. You've got a lot of fire, 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 fire. No water. A little bit of air, and then earth, earth, and earth cards. Okay? The 4 of Pentacles is showing that your true power, your true resource is in your patience, is in your ability to manage wisely those resources. Don't be so willing or so ready or so eager to throw a bunch of money at something. Just because it seems like a good idea, invest in it. No. Research, constantly think about it, think it through. Wait for the revelation, wait for the enlightenment. Okay? It's not a time for taking risks right now. It's a time for you to trust that what you've been doing, you need to keep doing it, and your prosperity will come. Success, is gained here by you not overdoing it, not overspending, overinvesting. It's about being more conservative right now. It's about you hanging on to more resources than you're letting go of. Okay? It's about you, really the four of, your success, your material success is brought about by having a budget. It's the Four of Wands, having good spending habits. By having a budget and realizing it, knowing where your money is going. Maybe it's not money, maybe it's time. Knowing where your time is going. Don't waste time, the fool out here getting distracted by novelty everywhere is going to wander off the table. And then all this stuff is going to be hit with a big sorrow. Okay? Keep this energy contained right now. Keep that fire burning here. You put too many logs on the fire, fire's going to go out. Too much wind, too much water, anything is going to put that fire out. Okay? Your patience is going to turn your resources into true abundance. Okay, this is going to be a kind of a multiplier, an abundance multiplier here. And this is through your steady routine, your steady habits, Sun in Capricorn. Being able to pay attention to every step you're taking. Every place you put your foot, you're watching. Every dollar, before you set it down, you're thinking, is this smart? Is this a good thing? Now, there's a reason why we don't have a lot of swords cards here. Because it's pretty easy, It's easy in theory. Maybe it's not so easy in practice, especially when you got a Fool and you got a Princess of Wands here. The Princess of Wands loves to spend money, Very impulsive, right? Impulsive behaviors, impulsive spending, impulsive decision-making. The search for novelty, the being distracted by exciting things. It sounds good, let's go do it. This is routine. This is a drop in the bucket every day. You got that dollar. Do I save it or do I really have to spend it? Okay. Now, I'm all about spending money. I love spending money. I love buying things. I love going to restaurants and all this stuff. And there's a time and there's a place for that. But you have to stick to your budget right now. So it's kind of like, you budget yourself in the entertainment and the going out to eat and all that stuff, fine. No big purchases that aren't in the budget. No extra, no going outside the budget. No, well, it looks so good. I can't pass up this opportunity. I need that thing. I'm never going to see another one like it. I have to get it. Do you? Do you? What does your true self say? What does your true, enlightened self say? That part of you that can see the past, present, and the future. What does it say to you? Okay, so the four are good habits, good routines. How do you maintain, let's say this is not about money, let's say this is about health. It could be health, wealth, fitness, finances, right? You maintain the perfect alignment of your health, your intentional eating, your intentional movement, your sleep, your stress reduction, okay, your relationships, your sense of purpose, all those things in alignment. How do you maintain the alignment? How do you maintain this kind of beauty and harmony in your life? Discipline, willpower, patience, routine. Routine. Getting in shape is not about one big explosive day in the gym. or buying that impulsive, I'm going to go to the gym today. Yeah. It's about the steady routine, day after day after day, being patient about the results. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not just suddenly one big intense burst of energy, this kind of a novelty, going to the gym like it's a novelty. It's a vacation. It's just something I do once a year maybe, or just I do it whenever I'm inspired. You're not going to get any results. It's the steady progress, yard by yard down the football field. Okay, that's going to give you the most results. That's going to build up your wealth or whatever this is. It's how you spend your time, effort, energy, money, and space. Okay, and it's that kind of patience, discipline, and focus every day. Okay, every day. Down beneath the surface, the sun in Aries. You got this. You have a lot of solar energy right now. The sun, obviously. The sun in Capricorn. The sun in Aries. Okay. So you have this solar enlightenment right now. And I feel like you can see the cause and the effect. You can see the consequences. You can see the long-term either abundance or scarcity of all of your choices. Does that make sense? So the Three of Wands is you knowing the right thing to do because you have that enlightenment. Okay. You have that, you have the wisdom. You have that spiritual compass, that virtue that knows the right thing to do. Okay, this is that drive. This is that sort of creative drive in you. And virtue is, really like understanding the right thing to do for you, for whatever your goals are in life, whatever you're trying to accomplish. Knowing the right thing to do and being able to do it. Your 3 must become a 4. Okay, and then you repeat. So, the 3 and the 3, okay, are your actions going to lead to sorrow, or are your actions going to lead to abundance? And I think what we really want is to know that all of our little day-to-day habits, all the little moves we make every day, the little drop in the bucket, the dollar we put in the piggy bank every day, is going to lead to abundance, not sorrow. You can see you have that ability right now to look into the future. The Sun card showing you past, present, and future. You have that ability. You can look to see what the long-term results of your actions are. And the Ace of Wands here in the background, this is your vision. Okay? This is your sight. And I think there's been a time in your life where you may have acted a little impulsively. Okay? Where you probably remember a time where, you maybe went too fast. Where you did leap before you looked. And I think that part of your solar energy here, your enlightenment, is being able to understand the past. You have to understand the past so that you know what changes to make going forward. You have a really wonderful horizontal trajectory here, though. You have the intention. The intention plus discipline equals real change. Whatever you focus your eyes on, whatever you focus your light on, your energy, your power, with discipline, right, is going to lead to your life changing. You and the world are going to change. The Two of Pentacles is a card of change. The enlightenment, the sun shining down on this, is allowing you to see how this process works. 1, 2, 3, 4, and going straight to a 6. The 4 leads you to the 6. Your discipline and your power leads you straight to success without having to go through the worries. There's no worry here. There's no 5. Because when you have this kind of structure, you have a good foundation, and your work now is based on good habits. You're not stressed. You're not worried about anything. There's almost like a certainty. I can see the future. If I keep putting $1 in the bank, eventually I'm going to have a lot of money. 1 + 1 is 2, right? The sun, that enlightenment, that spiritual part of your true essence, you can see that. You can see if I keep doing what I'm doing, a certain life will be created. Just as you can kind of see if you continue acting a fool, right? Or if you let yourself get distracted, or you leap into something kind of impulsively, impatiently, you can see what the long-term result of that would be. Okay. If you can concentrate your energies, your energy, your attention, your vision, okay, your focus. If you focus on the right stuff, the world is going to start changing the way you want it to. This is magic. You're a magic maker, Scorpio. And whatever you're doing right now, Spirit says, do it with discipline, do it with patience, do it wisely, slowly but surely. Do it with full awareness. Don't make any sudden moves. Don't make any changes. Don't leap into any new opportunities until you can really see what the consequences of that leap would be. Because this is reckless. This is too reckless for you, too risky right now. Right now, Spirit's telling you that you should be a little bit risk averse in whatever you're doing right now. This isn't a financial investment. I'm not qualified for that kind of stuff. But this is an investment of time, effort, energy, money, space. Slower is smoother. Smoother is faster. You're going to get where you need to go now by slowing down, playing it a little safe. Building something up step by step. Don't look for the big win, the big lottery ticket win. No, it's just consistent effort day after day. It's not one explosive day at the gym. It's a daily commitment. It's building up those daily habits. I can't just eat one big salad one day out of the year. I got to eat the good food every day. You can't go a week without water and then just say, I'm just going to drink like a 10-gallon jug of water on Saturday. That's not going to, what? It's crazy. Don't do that, okay? It's daily. Daily building up this thing. The Two of Pentacles is the card of change. You are causing change in conformity with your will. That is what a magic maker does. You are the magician. Claim that right now. Claim your consistency. Type in the comments, steady as she goes. Slow and steady wins the race, you know? Whatever you got to remind yourself, whatever mantra you need to keep you in that sort of conservative, very steady growth habits. Okay? It's kind of grinding away day after day. That's going to lead to real wealth. You're building your 10 of Cups. You're building your Emerald City, your Big Rock Candy Mountain. Okay? I want you to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if this is resonating with you. Your general energy is this Princess of Wands. There's something inside of you that's getting a little impatient, getting a little restless. I want to go do something exciting. I'm looking for something new to buy or invest in or something new to do. It's kind of like when something's working, why do you want to tinker with it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And this is definitely not broke. What you're going to do is you're going to F around, you're going to break it. So that's why Spirit's saying caution, prudence, patience, slowly, deliberately, wisely. Don't turn that screw until you understand exactly what it does and what's going to happen when you do. Don't knock down that domino because you don't know the cascade that you're causing. So we're kind of tiptoeing around the tiger here. You're not out there trying to wake up that tiger, no. You have this sort of impulse. There's something inside of you that's getting like bored in the routine. Well, yeah, it's the Four of Pentacles. It's boring as you know what. Nothing exciting is really going on. And sometimes we feel like success is supposed to be glamorous, right? It's supposed to be exciting and fun and fireworks all the time and just these really wild and crazy days. No. Maybe once you're a zillionaire, you can have days like that, but successful people, what do? They grind every single day. There's really no such thing as like a big win. I think it's a bunch of little wins that we stack on top of each other. Okay? I feel like your whole life is changing forever. But it's barely noticeable because it's a drop in the bucket every day. But overall, your life is getting so much different than it was. And it will continue to grow. Okay. I think a lot of us kind of expect success. We expect it to hit like that. I'm just kind of going along, nothing, and suddenly, bam, everything. I think in hindsight, it looks that way. Now, I can only tell you my own experience, my own story. I've been grinding away at a job since I was 15 years old. So a lot of years, right? 30 years. And I started doing YouTube getting close to 4 years, maybe pretty soon before, 3.5 years now. And when I look back now on my life, my entire life, 30 years of working, I feel like, wow, like I just had nothing. Then suddenly YouTube takes off and here I am, right? I feel like it was an overnight change. And maybe in 30 years, a 3-year sort of, a 3-year climb doesn't seem like very much. It may seem like overnight. Because 3 years tacked on to 30, or tacked on to 27, I guess, seems like suddenly it was nothing, then just a vertical climb. But this climb, this success, was in the middle of it, didn't seem all that overnight. It didn't seem all that big win jackpot. It was steady grind every single day. And every single day looked like it was maybe a little bit up and then down, and then up and then down, and then up and then down. To the point where, yeah, you kind of get this impulsivity that just says, let's go do something else. Let's go just do something that's more exciting. That's less like just kind of habitual getting into the routine type of thing. But now when I look back, yeah, it seems like I had nothing. Then suddenly, a successful YouTube channel, right? I've been more successful at this than I have been at any other job I've ever had. This is probably the first job that I have that really, truly resonates with my essence. It's something that, for you, I think also, you're willing to put in that daily effort, grinding away at something every single day until later on down the road, you can look back and it will seem like an overnight change. But right now, when you're in it, it's definitely not an overnight change. It's a daily grind. It's a routine. It's habits. That's it. It's only in hindsight that it will seem like a sudden breakthrough, breakout success, overnight change, major jackpot, big win. Okay. But with your impulsivity and your fool energy here, your search for novelty, it seems very difficult right now to not get distracted by other things, other paths that may seem more fun, more exciting, more stimulating, more glamorous, or just novel, just new, just different. Because sometimes we see, well, success isn't happening so fast. It doesn't seem like anything's really happening. It seems like I'm just kind of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So what's the solution? Well, do something different. Do something novel. You know, and sometimes it's the way that things get too boring and you kind of just want to you want to put a stick in the gears just to see what happens. Just to see well, what happens if I cut that wire? What happens if I unscrew that, screw or bolt or something, right? Don't do it, right? Don't do it. Find a way to distract yourself in any other way you need to, but stay on the grind. Stay in your habit. Stay in your routine. Because this is how you're building permanent, lasting wealth. You're creating your best life. You got to get this fool and this Princess of Wands under control. Okay. It's getting difficult to restrain yourself in this area. The Four of Wands is in the position of the fear, worry, concern. And sometimes this is the sort of the anxiety, I guess, over the realization that maybe life's always going to be this habitual routine. Life is always going to be having a budget and sticking to the budget. Okay? It's kind of like this is never going to end. This is just a wheel that goes around and around and around. Am I okay with this wheel of fortune? Your human fortune, right? The Four of Wands. Are you okay with this with this routine, with this life? The thing is, the problem is, I guess, with the Four of Wands that we don't realize that this can be a spiral. It may feel like Groundhog's Day. It may feel like every day you get up, you have the same routine. But what you're doing is actually, every time you go around, you're going up a little, you're corkscrewing up. You're going up higher, 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 each time you go around this cycle. And I think that right now, Spirit's trying to get you to recognize that it is through your daily commitment, those daily routines, that you are ascending. You are slowly leveling up. You're walking a spiral staircase, and you're going up and up and up. It doesn't feel that way when you're traveling the path, but when you get to the top and you look down, you can say, holy shit, I came a long way. Like I'm really high up now. Okay. Iron routine, the daily application of your energy, the daily investment in yourself and in what you're doing that's what's going to make the grade. That is what is going to build wealth up for you right now. The Three of Swords at the end, don't let that card manifest. Don't let that materialize. Just because that's there doesn't mean that's your destiny. This is the result of you jumping off of this carousel right now. The Fool is ready to take a leap. And of course, your reckless, impulsive behavior is kind of like telling your spirit, yeah, let's go. And so these two together, this is like, this is almost an Eddie Haskell kind of card, trying to get you in trouble, trying to get you to do something really foolish that is going to manifest the Three of Swords, sorrow. The thing is, you can see that now. You understand that straying from your process is going to lead to bad things for you. It's going to lead to heartbreak and sorrow and terrible things, okay? So let's look at the mystery card. I would like this to be the Empress. I would like this to be maybe a 10 of Pentacles. Maybe something else for you to enjoy that will sort of distract some of this energy, that will satisfy your Princess of Wands a little bit without you tinkering with this. Don't mess with this. Okay? Go do something else, but don't put a wrench in this just because you're bored. Okay? This is working for you perfectly. Go do something else to distract that energy. So that's probably what the mystery card will be. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is always taking you, showing you the way to your best life. What's behind the High Priestess? The Empress. Your intuition right now is showing you the way. The black and white pillars, the black and white yin-yang of the Two of Pentacles. Spirit is trying to show you that what you're doing right now, even though it seems like you're just inching the ball down the field, that is leading you to your best life. Spirit's trying to tell you to keep going. Trust in this process. As much as you are tempted and lured and you really are getting anxious and you want something new and novel and exciting, go find something else to do. Don't tinker with this. Spirit is trying to tell you that this path is the way to your best life. And you know that because you have that enlightened solar energy. You're able to see that. Remember that fact. And do something else over here so that you can leave this alone, you know? Go do a different project, go find a hobby or something like that, but keep this intact. Okay, keep this intact. Now, what we're going to do is an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram, we'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner, there's a link in the video description. New readings for Scorpio on Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.